What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and get what happened? Oh my goodness, a white supreme pizza done went to MLK house and tried to burn it down. I don't know why these white people don't leave us good old black people alone. We just want to be by ourselves and do our thing. I don't know why they sent them. But get what? This was a white woman. Yeah, a white woman. She done come over there all by her lonesome, dressed in all black, trying to blend in with the neighborhood over there on Auburn Avenue. No, damn well, the only time we see some white people is when they come over to the house. So she go over there knowing that it's closed down for renovation, and she just take out a big old red gasoline can and started pouring it all over the bushes, started pouring all over the grass. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough to keep that grass green in this time of weather, but never mind that. Then she started pouring all over the daggone porch and on the windowsill. Then the man said, "What you doing over there, gal?" And she like, "I'm minding my business, shut up." And then she tried to light the thing on fire, and he done stopped, and she done ran down there, and some two off-duty or retired New York Police Department officers, okay, black brothers, done stop her, and all is well. Except there's something wrong. She looked like this. Oops. My, they show making the white supreme pieces dark these days. Gotta be a facial mask, I'm telling you. Well, maybe she went to one of them spray tan facilities and had a double dip of that spray bronzer on her body. Cause Lordy, ain't no black woman gonna have the audacity to go to MLK in broad daylight and set it on fire. Now, of course, you guys know what's going to happen. They are trying, it's amazing that they're sweeping up for this Pookie maker by saying, well, she is a little touched in the head. This entire thing was pathetic. But do you know, the two guys that stopped her, are you ready for this? The two guys that stopped her, they were white men. I know. Holy smokes. White men stopped a Pookie lover, a Pookie maker, a looting American, stopped her from burning down MLK Jr.'s rest home. Lordy, what is the world coming to? Now, everybody I think what amazed me about this story, we're going to read it too, because, you know, here she is getting arrested. All right. A lot of people don't even know that the two men from Utah, all right, obviously they're white. Utah, come on now. They stopped her and she ran away. And it was two black men, I think they were brothers, who are retired police officers, or they are on vacation. I'm not sure. We'll watch a video in a minute of the news broadcast that covered this story because they interviewed them. But what I find strange is that nobody's giving the white man who stopped the looting Americans, stopped the Pookie maker from setting MLK Jr.'s house on fire. Like, nobody's giving these guys their roses. Now, you know daggone well, if this chick was a white woman, or worse, a white man, holy smokes, honey, they would be daggone rioting in Atlanta right now as I talk. Y'all know how that is. But of course, I was thinking like, okay, y'all not gonna like thank the white guys who actually saw them, you know, saw her burn it down? Like, really? So he was the one that pulled out the phone and started recording her. But anyway, let me just read the official news story here from New York Post. By the way, if I saw them, I want to thank you so much for preserving. Let me just show you guys. This is a historical area. I do believe it's protected underneath the federal government. So she's more likely going to catch some federal crimes. But if you ever in Atlanta, the house is on Auburn Avenue. And I do believe that the tomb of Coretta Scott King and Martin Luther King are about 2 or 3 streets away where you can see the tomb. Believe it or not, and this is true, there's a very low crime area in this area alone, okay? Now I know that sounds strange because every street that's named MLK or Martin Luther King is a high crime area. But, if anybody want to fact check me, because I do believe, because I used to know about these areas very well. But this particular area where the house is, very low in crime because there's a lot of tourists there, a lot of police are there. I think the National Resource Officers around there. So they make sure that nobody put any graffiti there or they are not having any gang affiliations there, because we have a lot of people that are traveling all over the world just to take a tour of the house, which is right now closed because it's being renovated. But they like to stand in front of the house. You can get on top of the house. I mean, you can get on top of the porch and still take a picture, but you can't go inside at the moment. So this is a national treasure. And I thought, like, why would she do this? You know what I'm saying? And I think I know why. And we'll talk about that. We'll speculate that. So let me just read this article really quickly here. And then we'll look at the news coverage, because I got the first time they arrest her, and then I got the second time where she has her court hearing. Okay. So we have women arrested after trying to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home in Atlanta, stopped by off-duty NYPD officers. Actually, it was two white Utah men who literally stopped her, but she ran away from them, and it was the NYPD officers. So they're not retired, they're just off-duty. Got it. Okay, let me read this. A woman attempted to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home, arriving with a gas canister and dousing the historical property in fuel Thursday. So this happened about 3 days ago. Well, when you guys see this, it's going to be Sunday. So right now it's Sunday morning, like about 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Video from the brazen attempt shows a woman dressed in all black freely pouring gasoline on the home's front porch, windows, and bushes around 5:45 p.m. Like, this was in the broad daylight. Okay. And so the white guys that were there from Utah, they were basically taking a tour. And by the way, it's safe in that area. Like I said, so white people, if you want to go down there and not worry about getting jacked up and robbed, that's the time you can go. Actually, you can even go at night and it's still safe during that. Only in that area, though. Only in that area. One witness recalled the suspect began to grow irritated after she was having trouble spreading the fuel around the property. The suspected arsonist was quickly detained by two off-duty NYPD officers who had been visiting the historical landmark and held her until Atlanta police arrived. Oh my God, let me tell y'all something about being held. So of course, one of the NYPD off-duty police officers held her down, right? So you got the women, stupid women, talking to this girl like she's a little baby. Like, she's on the ground, she's being held, she's not resisting. That's a first. But anyway, she's not resisting. And they're waiting for the police to get there. And she's like, baby, you okay? You all right? Can you breathe? Are you comfortable? And I'm saying to myself, hello, excuse me, lady. Shut up. This is the bad girl. She tried to set something historical that you all really, really, really care about. I'm not even gonna lie. I care about the house too, okay? But it's like, you are babying a criminal. You're babying a criminal. You are literally doing the female version of my baby ain't do nothing wrong. He's going to Harvard to be a doctor. Then I had another, when they stood her up. Oh my God, let me show y'all something. When they stood this heifer up, you see this is leaves. Cause they had her down on the ground, okay? And basically they had her down on the ground, and the black woman comes and start cleaning the damn leaves off of this chick's body. I kid you not, it was so pathetic. And I'm sitting here saying, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? You're gonna baby this chick? And if you want to know what's wrong with the black community, this is wrong. It is, for the most part, hashtag not all, it is the black women babying the criminals. It doesn't even matter what the gender of the criminal is. It could be a male or it could be a female. They still gonna baby them and not hold them accountable. And I can see where this is going. They're gonna try to sit up here and absorb this woman of all her sins and her criminal activities by basically saying, well, she a little touched in the head, honey. She didn't mean do nothing. When nothing that happened, she wasn't able to set it on fire. And maybe she was doing it as a cry of attention. But if that heifer, if this thing right here, this ugly thing right here, if she was white, oh my God, y'all know they will be tearing Atlanta up. What am I talking about Atlanta? They be tearing Miami, St. Louis, Baltimore, Chicago, Las Vegas, Dallas. They be tearing all the places up. But it's like, oh, sister, skin color is acceptable, then we gonna turn and look the other way. Child, please. So let's go ahead and watch this first news covering of it. And then we're gonna watch the second one that actually gives you a follow-up of what happened. So let's listen to this.
In gasoline in an arson attempt. Tonight, one person is behind bars. What we know about them and the home damaged tonight. That is where we begin on News Edge at 11. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Haynes. Atlanta police say that a woman is in custody after trying to burn Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home to the ground. A good Samaritan stopped the woman just before the disaster struck. Fox News' Rob DiRienzo live for us.
He was also a white good Samaritan. Thank you very much. Let's give the white people their flowers. Y'all want to blame them for everything else. Let's give them their flowers, okay?
At the scene tonight, Rob, what more do we know?
Tom, such a bizarre situation playing out here earlier this evening. The good news is, though, this could have ended so much worse. But thanks to those quick thinking actions from those good Samaritans, everything is okay here. You can see things have quieted down from even within the last hour. Earlier today, APD, along with federal agents and national park agents, were out here.
Yeah, that's what they are. The national parks. I was like saying the National Guard. It's the national parks. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's late, so I couldn't remember the national something anyway. But yeah, the national park officers.
Earlier, right now, there are just so many questions that still remain. I have some incredible video of this incident, though. I want you to take a look at this. Witnesses say that is the suspect in the act holding that red canister.
So yeah, this is one of the New York Police Department guys, right? He's the retired one, right? This is the woman. Baby, you okay, honey? And why is her face blurred out? This is what she looks like. Why y'all blur her face out? Dude, it just... She's not underage. She's 26 years old. I do believe she's 26 years old. She's in her 20s. She's in her mid-20s. And I don't understand why y'all got to blur her face up. Once again, they didn't do nothing wrong, okay?
The 26-year-old woman has been arrested, accused of attempting to vandalize Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home here in Atlanta. This home here along Auburn Avenue has been undergoing renovations, so has been closed to the public for the last couple weeks. Witnesses told police.
There they go. That's them right there. So let's give them a clap, okay? Yay, Utah! Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Listen, I'll give you your flowers, okay? Thank you very much on behalf of the state of Georgia. I don't live in Atlanta, but I'll go ahead and thank you on behalf of Atlanta. But I also want to thank the New York police officers who were able to catch her, okay? Because if you really want to be honest, Bubba here from Utah doesn't look like he can run that fast. So there's that.
The woman came up to the home carrying a gas can before 6 p.m. They say that she then proceeded to douse the plants and porch with what they say smelled like gasoline. The bystanders, who included 2 off-duty NYPD officers, jumped into action and pinned her down until APD showed. Later, they told cops they intervened when they saw her try to light a lighter.
Had a big 5-gallon gas can in it.
Yay, that's him! Okay, they do have an interview with him. Okay, I thought they didn't have an interview with him, so this is him out.
And was going like this over the bushes, so I figured she was, related to maintenance for the building or something, was just trying to water the bushes, but it wasn't coming out, and she seemed a little irritated and a little on edge.
If the witnesses hadn't been here and interrupted what she was doing, I mean, it could have been a matter of seconds before the house was engulfed in flames. It was really about the timing and the witnesses being in the right place at the right time.
She finished dumping the gas and dropped it into the bushes. At that point, I called 911 on my phone and stopped recording.
And just within the last half hour, the King Center released a statement thanking first responders, saying, quote, "Fortunately, the attempt was unsuccessful thanks to the brave intervention of Good Samaritans and the quick response of law enforcement," adding, "Our prayers are with the individual who allegedly committed this criminal act."
Our prayers are with the individual who allegedly committed this criminal act. Oh, God, dude. I just must be really evil. I have to be. Because if somebody is trying to set the home of my ancestors, which is really, really old, I do believe that home was made in the late 1800s. I could be wrong. It's either the late 1800s or the early 1900s. And you mean to tell me that the heifer, I don't care if she's mentally demented, you know what I'm saying? Kick rocks if you hate that, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is I'm still gonna hold her responsible. She got the mental awareness of buying gas and putting it in a red canister. She knows the address of MLK. So I'm just saying, like, we're automatically gonna take that. Oh, she must be crazy. She must be touched in the head. Y'all can't be mad at her. Give me a freaking break. Prayers. No. Don't do that. Don't get mad because the Christians are gonna get mad at you. You know you don't want to say that. Smile and continue to play the video. Okay.
Police tell us the woman is facing charges of a criminal attempted interference with government property and attempted arson. She could also be facing more federal charges because this is a federally protected property.
Okay. We're going to get to that video too, because here's that video. But before I play that, because this is where she goes to court. Now, I will say that the federal charges have not been applied yet. Right now, they are applying, I do believe, state charges. So I think not even a local charge. This is just like a state issue too. So that has been applied to her. Spoiler alert, she is without bail. And it was a white judge that made that decision. Oh my God! Yeah. Because I'm so like ticked off the way black women was treating this girl. There's no way I would have been nice to her. And forget some prayers. If I was a Christian, I'd be like, I pray you go to hell, you old evil demon. I hope you go to hell with gasoline drawers on. That's how much I don't like you. And I'm telling you, I'll ask God for forgiveness later, but I wish nothing but damnation and sin upon you. Well, not sin, but brimstone and fire. That's what I will wish for. Anyway, what am I doing? This is not how I do my videos. Let me go ahead. I was just going into a trance right there.
A danger to the community and a potential flight risk. That's what a judge had to say about the woman arrested.
Hold on. What in the world is he wearing? I don't even know who dressed this man. What is he wearing? Are those tennis shoes? Are those skinny jeans? Are they skinny pants? What? You know what? Isn't this Atlanta? Yep, that's Atlanta. Never mind. Okay. That explains a lot.
Community and a potential flight risk. That's what a judge had to say about the woman arrested for attempting to set Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home on fire. She denied Lanisha Henderson bail, saying she's afraid she might do something similar again.
Yeah.
Ms. Henderson, I did not set a bond in your case today.
Fulton County Magistrate Judge Holly Hughes denied 26-year-old Lanisha Henderson bond Saturday. Hughes gave two reasons for doing it. First, that Henderson doesn't live in Georgia.
She gave an address in a different state.
Do they give copper? They got what kind of handcuffs are those? Okay, I'm sorry. I get distracted by the little small things. I never seen those color handcuffs before. So I was just like, what is that? That's a new thing now or something? Is that hypoallergenic type of handcuffs they have out? If anybody know, let me know in the comments below this video.
So I find that there is a likelihood that she may not return to court.
Second was the shocking nature of the crime.
I'm extremely concerned about the randomness
Yes, girl.
of this event. There does not seem to be any reason or tie to that particular location.
Whoa!
And I do believe that based on that alone, given the complete and utter randomness that she does pose a danger. I think we all know that this is on video, so you clearly see what she's doing. The entire thing has been recorded, and she did not want to stop what she was doing. So, Mr. Cazzoli, for today, she will remain in a no-bond status until we have some further information to go forward on. Okay, I do believe that this act would have been completed, but for some citizens jumping in to stop it. And I am leaving her in a no-bond status today as a danger to the community and the community's property.
Yes, honey, she is a danger to community. Keep her in the cage where most animals belong. Okay, there, I said it. All right, this woman is crazy, and I'm not saying that she can use that craziness to be absolved of her crimes. She needs to serve time, federal time, all of it. Because I'm sitting here thinking, like, why would you? I'm going to go ahead and say it. I believe that this was not random. This was done on purpose. And of course, to strike up some, maybe some riots and some damage to property, people being outraged on Twitter, X, and Instagram, TikTok, and all this other stuff. So I can see. I know some people are like, well, Tree, you don't know. You jump to conclusion. Yep, and how am I far off? We have seen this done so many times. We have seen black men, paint swastikas on black church, and then all of a sudden, who do they blame? White men, white people, whitey. Okay. Jussie Smollett, anyone? Okay. Bubba Wallace, anyone? Shall we go down the history? Should we go down the list of names of all these people who have done crimes and disguised under white supremacists? All right. And to sit up here and blame it on racisms. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think she did it to go ahead and to spark another race war, or outrage war, because 2024 is right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. And when we're in the year of the presidential election, that's when all the daggone crimes like this start to, peak up, where you want to divide the races again.
This video shows Henderson dousing the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr. with gasoline before trying to light it on fire. This video shows two retired New York City police officers, and they're also brothers, who sprang into action.
So I looked to my brother and I said, let's go get him. So we jumped back in our rental red Tesla and chased her down the street.
No, you're not bragging about being in a red Tesla. Yeah, so let me tell you something. We got in our red Tesla, and see, I wasn't going to run after her. You see, my brother over here, he's more younger and fit. He went and got her. I just came out there with the camera, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to make sure I park my red Tesla in the area, because the area looked a little dark. I'm telling you, we weren't in the safe zone anymore.
And we saw her trying to run behind the house. We jumped out the car, we chased her behind the home, and we was able to pin her down and apprehend her.
No, he chased her. He pinned her down, not you. He must be the older brother, taking credit for his younger brother's deeds.
Behind the house.
King's son, Martin Luther King III, says the family and the King Foundation are extremely grateful to these men.
That just goes to show the great humanity of people when they see someone who may be attempting to do something that is terrible.
Now, Henderson is set to have another hearing where her team will get another opportunity to make their case if she should get bond. Federal charges could be on the way as well.
Okay, so federal charges are on the way. So I'm just going to conclude it with this. Here's the deal. Yeah, this is a historical building. There's no one living here. And for her, I don't care if people are trying to say, well, she's not mentally stable. I don't care. I'm not going to accept that excuse. Why would she pick this particular house? This has never been done before, ever. Nobody tried to even spray paint the house. And obviously she's not from Georgia. She's from Florida, so she doesn't know the culture in that area. Like I said, Auburn Avenue is pretty dark, honey. But this particular area where that house is, there's no crime. Believe it or not, in that one block. Now, outside that block, is another story. But that one block, everybody in that area, the community, of course, working with the police, they make sure that they honor that area. The homeless don't hang out in that area. They hang down there on at Georgia State University, the little park over there, or they hang out at the other park that's down the street close to the Olympics, the Olympic thing there. But this area is pretty sacred, so the crime is not almost little to none in this area. So she came to Florida. I guess she thought like, oh, nobody's going to be able to pin it on me, and then just go ahead. I mean, she's worn all black, so she didn't think nobody was going to pin it on anybody like her. She came there all black hoodie, black pants, black shoes, black hat, and then she just dousing it, dousing it really quick, thinking nobody was going to say anything. And two white gentlemen from Utah saw her, pull out the phone, and then as she began to run, two off-duty New York police officers, black, came and got her. Well, one of him got out of the Tesla and caught her. And then, of course, the black women began to baby her like, she's an imbecile. Anyway, this video is pretty long. My apologies, but let me know what you guys think. Am I off? Do you think that she didn't do nothing wrong, and basically all the people that are taking her are stopping her from basically taking advantage of her scholarship to Yale? Anyway, leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to leave me a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Later, taters.